Hey, what's up guys, it's Chris, and today I'm gonna do a portrait of Subway. The reason I'm gonna do this portrait is for the simple fact that I just drove by and I saw the colors were popping out to me, and I saw the neon sign. I wanted to wait for it to get a little bit darker, but seeing that I didn't want to wait so long, I could just adjust my exposure and we can get a really good shot out of this. So we're gonna go ahead and I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing. So I'm using a Nikon D750. I'm using a 24-120 lens. It's an f4. It's not my ideal lens to use, but it's the one that I have available, and it'll show you that you can get some really good pictures with the equipment that you have. So you can probably do this with a kit lens as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what I'm doing here. By the way, I do have the eye cup. I just took it off because I have the big eye cup and it gets in my way a little bit of the viewfinder of the screen. So what I'm doing here is this allows me to get the proper exposure, because if I'm looking through the viewfinder, there's always a chance of light creeping in a little bit, and that does mess up your exposure no matter what other photographers say. It's happened to me in the past. So if you do it live view, it's actually good because you can also make sure that you get less camera shake, or I should say mirror shake, and you'll get a sharper image. So right now I'm just gonna set up the distance that I want this to be at. Always make sure to have the level set on your camera so you can make sure that your image comes out level. Once you have that set up, I got the image right in the middle of the frame. So I'm just gonna zoom in until where I want it to be. And after I zoom in, I'm gonna go ahead and recompose it just a little bit. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pan it a little bit. Pan it a little bit to the left. And right there, I got a perfect alignment. From what I'm looking at my screen, it's perfectly even. So I'm set in manual exposure. So I'm gonna set my exposure, my ISO, and my shutter speed manually. This way I get total control of what I'm doing. What I always wanna do is I wanna underexpose it just a little bit. I usually expose it to half a stop to one stop underexposed. This way, when I go into Lightroom, I can bring back some of the details in the shadows, and I'm not gonna blow out my highlights. This has 14 stops of dynamic range. So right now I have it set at f4, 1/100th of a second. And ISO 100. And it's actually 3/4 underexposed right now. So let's go ahead and set this to a 2-second timer. And go ahead and take that shot. So I took that shot. The exposure changed on me as I was taking it, so now it's one full stop underexposed. So I just went ahead and did a 1/4 stop exposure less. So that's only 3/4 underexposed. I'm gonna go ahead and take another shot. 2-second timer, it's at 1/180th of a second. And I got my shot. Now, I think that actually might be a little bit too bright. So another way that you can do this is you can bracket your exposure. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to do 5 shots. And the increments, I'm going to set them at 1 stop per exposure. So I'm going to go ahead and set my exposure right now. I'm actually going to do an even exposure, which right now is 1/50th of a second. So I'm going to go ahead, focus on it, and take the shot. And then you just step away and let it do its 5 exposures. All right, so now it's done. So we're gonna head back into the studio and I'm gonna show you guys how to work this. Hey guys, so I forgot to do the screen record when I got home. So I just went ahead and showed you guys the final product. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys got anything out of this, you're more than welcome to leave a tip in my PayPal since I am not monetized. Also, please be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to make sure you see more of these videos, make sure that you click on the little bell icon, and I will see you guys next time.